What's up, my Livish family? I've been wanting to talk about this topic of leadership the last few days. I've been wheeling and dealing and grinding. We have a boat show for Reeder Trout Marine going on right now in Indianapolis, and that's had the majority of my focus. The reason that the topic came up was I had somebody come to me and say, "I'm not sure if I'm a leader." And my first response to anybody that says, "I'm not sure this," or "I'm not sure I can do this," is, "Why do you think that?" And this is something that comes up often, and it's, "Well, I don't know," or I don't understand this, or I haven't figured this out yet. And so after asking several questions, I always like to get people to, really hone in on why it is they feel this way so that I can get a better understanding of where that perception is coming from. And that is one thing that I've learned in leadership. Figure out why somebody perceives something a certain way. And in doing that, I believe that, one, that's a good trait as a leader, to find out why somebody understands things or perceives things a certain way, so that when you give advice, you can give advice based on that understanding to help them perceive things a better way or a different way. It may not always be better, but sometimes it's better just to be able to think of something in a different way and give them that opportunity to look at things from a different perspective. So ultimately, what I have realized in many years of management, leadership, and just being a professional and a person is that most people feel like leaders have to know all the answers, that they need to know everything to be able to guide and lead and empower others, and that's just not the case. The best leaders are the ones that are always curious. I think the best leaders are the ones that are willing to handle the unknown and figure things out, as well as utilize their team to help them figure things out, so that it's a team endeavor. How can we come together to find a resolution or overcome this challenge or determine a bottleneck and then overcome that and provide solutions as a team? But as an individual, you have to be open to, it's important to be open to not knowing things, but having the understanding that you are willing to find out and endure those uncomfortable situations and endure those stressors and those bottlenecks with the focus of and the intent to understand them better so that you can make them better, and not just better for you, but make them better for anyone. And so by putting yourself in those situations, you are a leader. By believing that you can overcome them, or at least are willing to engage with certain situations that are unknown so that you can get a better understanding of them. And then on top of that, conveying that and communicating that to others on your team, and then supporting others and empowering others to come to a better understanding about the situation as a team or a group so that you can move forward. And leaders don't always have the answers. And anyone who said that they have all the answers, that's a dangerous situation. One, because they're dating everything based on their perception, and then they typically don't communicate it to others. Their communication typically looks like this: just get it done. It needs to be done. Just get it done. Or just go do this. You should be figuring this out. Or I don't have all the answers. You're going to need to figure it out. Anyone who says things like that and then just, in my opinion, abandons the situation is not a good leader, not an effective leader, and that will come to a head. But anyone who says, "You know what, I'm not sure about the answer. Let's figure that out together. What do you think the best course of action or best next steps would be? Or what do you think the best practices would be to address this and then achieve a solution?" That's a leader. Someone who's willing and open to be vulnerable about the fact that, they don't have the best answer for this, but together they believe that we, you, and I can come up with a solution that will benefit everyone for the better. Being a leader is having the willingness to go into the unknown and the faith that you and your team can come out on the other side with a better understanding of the situation and hopefully have a solution, a resolution, or just a better method to deal with what's in front of us so that we can continue to move forward. So again, if you're a leader out there and you're like, man, I don't know if I can be a leader because of you're feeling the pressure, embrace that shit. That's what I call embrace the push. And then over the years, I've realized that the Navy SEALs call it embrace the suck. And it's because when you get pushback, it's because you don't understand which way to navigate. Go into that with open arms and confidence that no one else does either. And if there are people out there, you're willing to go out there and find those people that know better and lean on them to come up with a better understanding and a better outcome of the one that you currently have. So again, with that said, just because there's pressure and you don't understand, or maybe you're not comprehending something as fast as what someone above you or others look like they understand it, does not mean that you're not a good leader. It just means you're in reality, and reality is okay. And anyone who presses on you and just keeps imposing on you without asking questions or chiming in or giving advice and direction, they don't know it themselves. And so they're probably just not a great leader yet. They may just be immature in the fact that this is a team effort and we need to figure this out. There are points where they will come to you and say, listen, I don't understand this either, but I need you to spearhead this thing and get me more answers so that we can come back as a team and figure this out together. But I don't have the time or the capacity or the energy with my current position or obligations to address this the way that it needs. So I need you to help me out with that if that's something that you're willing to do. And I need to be able to lean on you to do that. That's a better leader than, I don't have all the answers, you just have to figure it out. Because they understand that addressing the fact that they don't have a better answer is more important than just saying, you know what, it's your job to figure that answer out. I don't have that answer. So with that said and all that, feel empowered and inspired when you get a challenge, and be eager to overcome that because you want to make other people's lives better, and that's a leader. And as long as you have that understanding that you want to help others and you're figure things out so that you can help yourself and others in a situation to better that situation and have a better understanding of that situation and overcome things, that makes you a leader. And most importantly, taking the action to do those things and being open to not knowing, that is a leader. So just because you have pressure and you don't understand things does not mean you're a leader. It's the willingness to take action, to go into the unknown, and then continue to empower others to take action to understand better as well. That's a leader. Stay live-ish. Have a great day. Well, I'm live, but it's not letting me finish the video. Ah, goodness, YouTube. And probably not the best to be driving to have a hard time shutting this thing down, huh? Okay, let's see. No, that's share with your audience. So I'm live, but I don't know. Oh, there we go. I just exit out.